Well, another late in the evening day. So I had a good hard day of work. I did that, but I also finished my taxes. And so see, I'm a writer, I'm ranching, and I bought and sold a house. My head was so full of stuff. So listen, I went and stretched some barbed wire that got broken. I think I clipped it while I was mowing last summer, and eventually the strands broke or the T-posts were bent. So I went to load up my Mahindra. Felipe, did we decide on a name? Felipe? I don't know. Furthermore, I don't know. Mahindra. I mean, Maddie the Mahindra. That sounds a little kiddie. We can't do that. Anyway, I go to load up my trailer, and I don't know. Can you all see that tire's down? And this is what I want to show you. That almost looks like not mesquite, but it might be. So I'm going to mark the sidewall. It's a permanent marker here, right there. So now I know I can find it again, and I'll draw around it. All right, I already put some tractor slime in it to plug the hole, but I think that this is a nail. I think a blacksmithy nail. So let's see if we can pull it out of there and do a video at the same time. Yeah, look at you, blacksmithy nail. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Well, so anybody that tells you can't put a plug in a tire and drive it, they don't know what they're talking about. It's your only option sometimes. So, I did the little circle because now I can't see what I've done. All right. What do you do when you have farm equipment and you're way out in the middle of nowhere? I don't even know if I need to clean this, but I gotta be able to put a plug in it. Still can't believe that. Somebody got me 100 years late. I keep talking about making a 1,000-year house. So I don't know if you've ever used these. So these are a corded fiber wrapped in, I'm going to guess, butanol. Let me put you on pause for a second. They're super sticky. I had to pull it out of there, put you down. So then you thread it through the needle, and you'll see that it has a pull out, right? I don't know if you can see it. Let me flip it over. Has a pull out on the eyelet. So let me thread that in, right there. The tip, you can see the tip comes apart. Well, I guess I'm making a little YouTube video way after the dark, but I want to pump this up tonight. Make sure that I have a tire for tomorrow. This is really, really hard to do one-handed. All right, I'm going to put you down again. I'm going to put you on pause. Super hard to do this. All right, so anybody that's ever watched your mom hook latch or something like that, it's the same process. So you saw I used the file and I filed out the hole. So now I'll thread in the plug. This is not something I wanted to do, that's for sure. Come on. Again, super hard to do. I must have a strand cord. Let me do it again, the file again. This is super hard. I'm going to put you down and do this off camera so that I can... Man, I did not want that to be a two-part video. Oh, man. So anyway, after you file it, I must have had a piece of the cord in the way. After you file it, you go ahead and push that in, turn it, pull it out. Then you've got your butanol plug there. I sometimes snip them, but that one's already pretty low. I'm not going to. Man, gotta watch out for blacksmith nails. Now I'll air it up. Listen, I wanted that to be one video, but that was a two-handed job. It's a little cold today, so the butanol was super hard, but I think I had a wire strand in the way of that, pushing back against it. Anyway, deluxe tire plug kit. I fix stuff out here all the time and then wear the tread out and go buy new tires, and nobody ever goes, oh my gosh, it was plugged. Now I want to plug a racing car or family car that I'm traveling on or anything like that. But this here trailer, I inspect it every time I hook it up. Make sure it's all safe. And now I'm more than likely to catch a tire going flat. Wow, that was really hard. Really, really really hard. All right, now I gotta air it up, drive off, and see if it holds air to tomorrow. I'm gonna drive it down to the mailbox, which is about a mile away, and check my mail, and then turn that big 25-foot trailer around in the middle of the street, drive it back. I probably will put this up pretty soon. Listen, I hear me breathing too, just like y'all do. When I tell you, when the pollen's up, I am just, this is extra hard work. This is super hard. Made all the harder when I can't breathe. So I apologize when I'm huffing and puffing, but the oak and the cedar right now, whew, challenging. All right, let me get that aired up. I'm running out of daylight. Like, subscribe. This is Steve, 1,000 Year Homes. My deal out here is I'm doing a restorative agriculture. I do cool stuff like hugelculture and mycelium drives, and I'm trying to do restorative agriculture. This was probably an abandoned pasture 30 years ago. These 30 acres, they're just mesquite and juniper. There's nothing of size except a few oak trees, and I'm going to turn it into a native forest, food forest. I'm going to go see if the Humane Society has squirrels, because this property doesn't have any squirrels. I've got oak trees with no squirrels. That ain't right. It just don't feel right. It feels as wrong as a 100-year-old nail in my tire. The irony of that, since I built a 1,000-year house and I'm talking about old stuff, is just amazing. It should have been a modern screw, but no, that's how the cosmos says it's watching you, when those kind of weird synchronicity things. Carl Jung wrote a whole thick book on synchronicity. His brain was too big. I couldn't get all the way through it. But you're welcome to read all about it. And anyway, his final analysis was the same thing I just said. It's the synchronicity is just the cosmos way of noticing you and saying you exist. I don't know. I've tried to use that when I'm the only person on the road at 2 a.m. driving, and there'll be a bicyclist on a corner and a guy moving a house and a deer will run out, and all those things will happen out on a road that doesn't see traffic all at once. And that's when I don't want synchronicity to notice me. When I play the lottery, that's when I want synchronicity to notice me. I don't want a 100-year nail in my tire so that synchronicity could go, that 100-year thing you got going on is pretty good. Here's a 100-year nail. What do you think of it? I like it. I just don't like it where it was. Let me air up this tire and find out if there's air in the morning. I got to get going. It's a lot darker in reality than this camera. This camera does really good low light. Anyway, and I'm building a 1,000-year house. So like, subscribe, follow me along. Those of you who tag along, you'll know that sometimes my videos are a little, man, my taxes, spent all day on them. My brain is just, oh. Well, I would not normally, air up the tire, not strap the change down and drive, but this is all private and I'm just testing the air. I'm going to run it around so the fix a flat tractor slime gets rotated around inside. Pumped it up to exactly 35 pounds on my air compressor gauge, which is reasonably accurate. And now I'm going to go ahead and tell it that I'm going to tow here. Where is that towing? And I programmed in that trailer, select active trailer. Make sure it's in there, 20-foot red. Boopity. I have to have my tractor, my trailer inspected this month, so I don't mind doing all that. By the time I got done with my taxes, it was too late to work in the conics. I don't like being pushed on, you know, I'm working on rafters, so I didn't want to be above my head and not have any light. It's darker in the conics than it is in this car, for example. Let me hit light and see if I get some light here. Did that help? I don't know. We'll find out. So I went up and fixed a fence. I had 2 broken strands, and I used my antique fence puller. Something atomic fencing tool, and I stuck both strands in and twisted it, and just spaghetti twisted it. I guess that's how it worked, because it looks pretty good. Here as I drive by, I'll let y'all grade my fence repair. One is a figure 8 knot, right, on one end, and then I put in a little piece of wire. Let me rotate. The other one I just spiraled. So this is all the normal. Oh, it's raining on me again. All right. So this is all normal. Right there, you can see I clipped the fence post with the mower. And can you see the broken strand that I repaired? Look close. Right there. That's not half bad fence working, considering I didn't have a come along or any grommets to crimp it or anything. Not half bad. Old Hank came out and inspected what I was doing. And then in my neighbor's fence, he's got good fence too. And when I was using the backhoe, I must have plowed one of his fence posts, because it was bent in half. It had to be me. I'm going to say it was me, but no recollection of hitting that. But you know, the tractor's noisy. So I pulled that bent fence post, and I said, I wonder if I can hammer this straight. No, not even. It was, I had really, if I was the one that clocked it, I had to be. But if I was the one who clocked it, I definitely clocked it good. So I got a different fence post, nice straight one, and T-post, and pounded it in and fixed that fence. So, and then I went to inspect my tractor trailer, because I'm going to use it this week, and got that flat tire. So I'll put all this together, a day in the life of the farm, all starting with, oh my God, the number of forms you have to fill out. It's ridiculous. And I've got several jobs that I do, so I've got multiple W-2s for those. My bonuses might come in different. It was awful. And I've been working on it for a while. My ag and, mileage, and I've got another house, so rich people problems. No, I'm not rich. I just have a lot of stuff. I'm I don't know. I don't know my life. I'm just along for the ride. So, all right. That's it. Let me go down and see if this trailer makes it all the way to the mailbox. You can see that my drive's a little rough, so I'll rotate. I got a ways to go. I'm pretty much off grid. And yeah, this is my driveway. I'm going to plant crushable mint in the driveway, and some herbs and things that when you drive over it, you'll get a sensory overload on that. But maybe not this year. The drought might be over, people. Look at that sky. Might be over. Noah's saying it is. The ocean's saying it is. I don't know. 2 years from now, that's my guess, there'll be massive flash flooding in Texas. So I got 2 years to dig my ponds, and 2 years to make my swales, and 2 years to figure out how to, get the house around where the foundation's mudded and safe, watertight. So 2 years for all of that. I wanted to be in Ireland studying, getting my master's. Here I am farming. But hey, that's a good idea, planting crushable mint and crushable herbs, right? I drive over them, and you'll get all of that sensory. Oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to that idea. Oh, look, a new one. Oh, look at the little guy. Hello, little guy. Hello, donkey. He's a babysitter. I see the cows will dump off their babies there, and oh, another new one. Oh, it's adorable. All the joys of farming cattle without having cattle to take care of. My life is charmed. Charmed, I tell you, except for 100-year-old nails in my tires. All right. Now I'm on the road. So this road was a pioneer road back in 1904 or something, 1914. And used to run more or less to that old Kovar church, but it's abandoned and underneath, I don't know, several inches of dirt now. My driveway was the road. It followed the fence line. So, and then, flower season. I don't know if you'll be able to see all the flowers in this. Oh my gosh, it's exquisite. Just exquisite. Flower season in Texas is amazing. And while we are having a drought, the little bit of rain that's fallen is just at the right time, just at the right place to let everything keep blooming. We've had a really long flower season this year. It's our Indian paintbrush. The blue bonnets are fading. There's a lot of little Shasta daisies. I don't know what kind of daisy they are, but a lot of little Shasta daisy. You can see the neighbors who have cattle that graze, because the cattle will graze the flower heads off before they go to seed. And then you don't have flowers in your yard. But if you don't have cattle, looky there. This house doesn't run their cattle in their front yard. I'm envious. My neighbor's got one beautiful yard, and if it was an evening time, you would see the orange and red in here is explosive. It's explosive. I bet you that wind was just beating your ears out. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, flower season. Those are pink primrose right there growing. Those are yellow primrose growing. Anyway, good year for flowers. All right, y'all remember what my experiment is, making sure that trailer tire holds up. This private road is super bumpy, so that's a good test. I got to load up my tractor. Maybe after the 4th, I'll have some work that I need to do for somebody. So I didn't know I'm getting into excavating. 5 businesses. But anyway, like, subscribe, follow me along. I'm all alone. No way out, nowhere land. Nobody loves me. You didn't even see old Hank, did you? I didn't either, a rascal. He came up, bugged me while I was working on the fence, though. What you doing? Where's my oats? Oh, he broke into the oat thing today. I even heard it open up. So the wind was in his favor, and I think if the wind's in his favor, he can get a nose in there, and between him and the wind, but it's 35 miles an hour today. Quite a wind in a pop-up trailer, let me tell you. Anyway, I heard it, then I heard bang, bang, pong, gung, bong, because he kicks the side of the thing in his, like a bank robber. He's thrilled to break in, and he will eat himself till he staggers, so I can't let him do that. He's churlish, undisciplined. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow me along. I'm still thinking of a new gimmick beside I'm all alone, and without you guys I have nothing, but nothing comes to mind. If you don't like and subscribe, I got nothing, man, nothing. Well, I'm turning in for the night, but I have a little bit more to say about them fences out there that I pulled pretty tight. I found this with Leah at a antique store for $12.95. And I knew that the little hammer alone was worth $12.95. It turns out when we came home, this is a 1945 Glaskin Atomic Fence puller. And people are selling for over $100. I don't buy expensive display tools. I use my tools. So way I did this, let me put it down. I'll show you here. I used it wrong, but it still works. So I took a piece of barbed wire. So I had a broken piece, and I stuck a broken piece through that end. All right. Well, then I stuck the other end through like that. And I just grabbed the end of that round thing and I twisted the daylights out of it. Twist, 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 twist. And then when I was all done, I just pulled it all out. Now, I'm here to tell you that this little thing pulled a pretty good fence. Didn't break the strands the first try. It worked. But listen, I'm going to rotate here. Pulled up the pattern and I used it wrong. The right way he wanted you to use it is to run the wire through like that and another wire through like this, and then put a handle or something in the middle of it and spin them this way, and they would weave themselves together, right? But my way was almost the same way instinctually. I just put one wire there and a wire there, and I turned it. So it says that it's a Cowboy horse saddle horn fence device. But I'm telling you that there is not a saddle horn in the world that small. Not saddle horn. And in 1945, well, people still were using horses out in nowhere land. The truck and the motorcycle and the tractor were well known. And this feels more like it would fit in a pocket. But what a handy little thing. I'm telling you, that mended my fence way easier than trying to use pliers and twist them together. Like I say, once I had a wire strand in there and a wire strand in there, it was just a matter of me twisting it. And I twisted it this way is what I did. And it just spun that wire right around. Pretty neat little gizmo. I paid $12.95 for that at an antique store somewhere. And I do see them for $115 online. I don't buy tools for display. I buy them to use them. Put them back to work. I'm glad I found the patent. It's still online. If I take a look here, I can look and still read his writings of how he sees how to use it. And exactly what I said is true. He envisioned it being passing the wire through there and another wire through there, and then turning it and tightening it that way and pulling the fence tight. And that would have worked too. My way worked too. I passed it through here and here and spun it that way clockwise, and he's spinning it around the other axis. See the Z axis? Maybe that says number 2. I don't know. I found it interesting, so I figured I would share that. And you know, when I came in, I threw this barbed wire on the seat while I was going to show it, and I sat on it. So the barbed wire, it got my face today, and it got my horse. all in one fell swoop. Barbed wire's mean, y'all. It's mean. So listen, I can hear rain out there again. That's pretty good. All right, I'll splice this in that video somehow or another. But I figured you'd get a kick out of that. It's the Glaskin Atomic Horse something or another fence tool, or horse horn fence tool. So that's it. Fun. Bye. All right, Internet. It's 24 hours later, more or less, after a 2-mile trip there and back. 4 miles in total. I've got the tractor slime inside, the fix-a-flat, if you will. The plug's still holding. I'm not going to bother trimming that any further. If you don't trim them, sometimes they'll stick to the road and pull back out. So that one's not going anywhere. So taking a look at this thing, I see that it says it's 5 plies. No wonder why I had a hard time sticking that plug in there. 5 plies. So I guarantee you a wire was in the way. So taking a look, it's got all the air I put in it. I'm going to guess 35 pounds. But looky here. Maximum load, 2,500 pounds per tire, more or less. So 10,000 pounds at 65 PSI cold. Are you seeing that with me, Internet? 65? Does that seem right? 65 in these tires? I put 35. That's half again as much. And these guys are rock solid. I don't believe that number. I'm not believing in that number. I don't see any place else that put PSI on there. All right, put down in the comments, Internet, if you're as surprised as I am. ST22575D15 5-ply tires. Let me know if those need 65 pounds. Loading up my, 2,000-pound tractor and backhoe and all that. It just seems a little heavy. That's a lot. 65, that's what I'm seeing. 65. Huh, cold. I don't see anything else in there. Anyway, that's how you plug a tire, and if it's 5-ply, you're going to have to turn off your camera and do it do it two-handed. Let's see. It looks good. Held there overnight. So now I can pull my tractor up on here, and I'll be happy.